Hello everyone! Thank you for taking time to watch this video. As imperfect people, we commit mistakes. We do not always succeed. We fail. We fail in our studies maybe. We may fail in our business, in our career, in our relationships, in our marriage and family life. At times, we may fail as parents, as children, and as partner to our spouse. For many of us, failure is seen as undesirable and unpleasant. And just to avoid experiencing failure, we try to do everything we can just to achieve the success that we want. Yet, failures still happen. But the good thing is, we can always rise above our failures. Do you know that some of the best people, or should I say, the most successful people in the world, experienced failures repeatedly? Let me mention two of them. Thomas Edison, inventor of a light bulb, said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. I am not discouraged because every wrong attempt discarded is another step forward." The famous Michael Jordan said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." The thought of failing is enough to stop most of us. Nang dahil sa failures na yan, we sometimes turn around and retreat without even trying again. Yet, it is also because of that what we call failures, that most of life's greatest successes are achieved. Just like the failures that Thomas Edison and Michael Jordan knew. That's the power of failure. So how are we going to deal with failures? How are we going to turn these failures into triumphs? Number 1, acknowledge how you feel and take responsibility. Kapag nakaranas tayo ng failures, kasabay nito ay yung mga negative emotions na pwede nating maramdaman. Ito man ay pagkagalit, pagkalungkot, diba? Shame, at kung ano pa mang mga negative na emotions. Now, it's very important that we allow ourselves to feel those emotions. We embrace those emotions. We allow ourselves na maramdaman yon for a bit, but not for too long. Importante din that we take responsibility when we did something wrong. Kapag tayo ay nakaranas ng failure, ang first instinct natin is maghahanap tayo ng pwedeng masisi. Ito man ay tao or external factors. However, blaming does no good. Hindi siya makakatulong sa atin. Mahalaga that we accept responsibility. We accept that we failed. We accept the fact that in a way, we contributed to that failure. Accepting responsibility or taking responsibility and acceptance, ito'y mahalaga para tayo maka-move on, para tayo ay makapagpatuloy sa ating buhay. Number 2, eliminate faulty beliefs about failures. As always, our way of thinking affects our way of life. So what we think about failures will influence our way of coping. So hindi porket nagkamali ka once, twice, or many times, ay failure ka na. You are not a failure. Always remember the words of Zig Ziglar. Sabi niya, failure is an event, not a person. So when you fail, it doesn't mean that you are a failure. You should not define who you are by your failures. Failure should not define your worth as a person. Pwede din na kapag naka-experience ka ng failure, ay iisipin mo na you'll never succeed. Maling-mali yung pag-iisip na ganyan. Hindi porket nagkamali ka na isang beses or maraming beses, ay hindi ka na pwedeng magtagumpay. Failures are not permanent. They are temporary. You can always do something about it. So you see, you need to shift your perspective and view failures as an opportunity for you to grow and learn. And once you see failures in a positive light, mas madaling bumangon, mag-move on, and work towards something that you've been wanting for. Number 3, exercise positive coping skills. People respond differently to failures. Unfortunately for some, they resort to drugs, alcohol, and other risky behaviors, which will only do more harm than good and make the situation even worse. Engage in positive coping. Talk to a trusted friend. You may do journaling if this helps you release your pent-up emotion. Practice relaxation techniques. Take a vacation. Pursue your hobby. Involve in recreational activities or any activity that diverts your attention and your energy into something worthwhile and non-destructive. Number 4, learn from failures. After every failure, ask yourself, ano bang tinuturo ng failure na ito sa akin? What is this trying to teach me? And what would I do next time to make sure that I'll succeed? Failures can be our great teachers that enable us to learn and grow from. A failure makes us realize what works and what does not work in our life. When you experience failure, find out why it happens. Look for explanations, not excuses. And think about what you can do differently next time to make sure you'll succeed. If we do not learn from our mistakes and failures, we are destined to repeat them over and over again. Ayaw naman natin nun, di ba? Number 5, move on. Plan and act on it. According to Henry Ford, failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Don't dwell on your failures. Don't keep it in your head over and over again. Don't get stuck. Don't allow failures to demotivate you and make you feel as if you're in a hopeless situation. Move on. Start anew. This time, more intelligently. You should be wiser, stronger, and better than before. Essential to moving on is creating a plan. Identify specific actions, not necessarily big actions. Start with smaller ones. And eventually, these smaller steps will take you to the place where you want to be. The path to life's milestones may have many setbacks, but never allow failures to drag you down. Failure is never the end of the road. Don't give up. Don't give in to failures. As Winston Churchill once said, success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Thank you very much for watching. Now, if you have not subscribed yet to my channel, please do so. And see you in my next videos.